President going after the Freedom Caucus, really more signs of this escalating civil war, and some of them are hitting back. First of all, tell me, how wise is it of the president to be going so hard against this Freedom Caucus when he wants to do other things? He's going to have infrastructure, tax reform, and other stuff he's got to do.
Well, he has no choice. He threatened them publicly. All right? They called his bluff. Okay? If he backs down now, he'll have no ability to threaten anybody for the rest of his 4 years. So he's got to do something. So what he's done is sort of the lowest common denominator. He's threatening them on Twitter, right? The question is whether or not he's going to follow through. Is he really going to fly Air Force One around to the primaries and challenge Republicans? Does he have a political organization to do that? You know, can he primary Freedom Caucus members from the right on something that the right didn't really like in the first place? The whole threat never seemed credible to these guys. That's why they didn't buckle to it. And it's not any more credible now than it was when he first leveled it.
Well, these guys point out that they're from safe districts. Most of them ran far higher than the president in their own districts. And no one's going to get in there to the right. But to give you a little context, here's what the president tweeted in part. The Freedom Caucus will hurt the entire Republican agenda if they don't get on the team and fast. He went on this tweet storm. You can read it to yourself. But then, Caucus Amash, I think, gave the biggest pushback, not in a tweet, but here's what he said to reporters on his way out of Capitol Hill yesterday.
It's constructive in 5th grade, but it may allow a child to get his way, but that's not how our government works.
It's not how government works.
Right.
Is that how legislation will work for the president?
Well, it's not how politics works, okay? These guys know their districts better than Trump knows their districts. They know their voters. The reason that they didn't vote for this bill in the first place is because they knew it was the political downside was greater than the political upside. That calculation is still the same, okay? So if the first priority of any member of Congress is to stay in power, and of course that is, they've already made that calculation, and it's not going to change based on this threat.
Where are the Democrats?
Well, what's the role if your opponent is failing? Do nothing, right? Their best play is just to stay out of it and let the civil war and the infighting play out. There's no upside in them injecting themselves into this for any reason.